Can Santa Claus be black?
I need y'all to help me understand what's going on here, because why all of a sudden, after all of these Christmases, you've got CVS, Walgreens, and Burlington all displaying Black Santa Claus front and center? I ain't mad or nothing, but let's ask the real question. Why now? Because we've been invisible in these wonder winterlands, but now when the economy is shaky and you guys understand how powerful the black dollar really is, you're pulling stunts like this?
So I'm in CVS and this is what I see. Okay, cool. Black Santa. But also what I look up and see is
Is this a sign of representation, or are y'all really trying to buy us back this Christmas? I'm confused here, you know?
you wonder, what was this 20, 30 years ago when you needed a Black Santa? But better yet, who are these people? And it's kind of making me wonder.
In Burlington, they made sure to erect this giant Black Santa Claus. Look at them, y'all. I didn't even know that y'all made these. I can't believe it. I've never seen these in my life.
Bro, get on my nerves so bad. Because now y'all want to have all the black ornaments and stuff. And I know before y'all say we ain't never satisfied when it wasn't any. Now we got them. Be quiet. Yeah, but this ain't what that is. Because we shouldn't have never had to advocate to have brown ornaments and stuff anyway.
They got the ornaments too, y'all. I can't believe it. People are finally waking up, because we're waking up. We're realizing who we really are. I told y'all, everything coming back to us, y'all. But stay strong, my people. Holidays canceled. Let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
I just wanted to remind y'all that Christmas is canceled. I know some of y'all may have forgotten, so I am here to give you your friendly reminder that we are mad. Remember? Police brutality, capitalism. Our voice has been diminished. Just want to remind y'all, because I know some of y'all have forgotten. I know some of y'all ready to spend that coin. Black Friday is on the way, but y'all, Christmas is canceled. Watching.
Somebody needs to tell Mariah we good this year.
It's time.
We boycotting. People ain't hearing us, but they will.
You can't cancel Christmas.
Watch us.
Now, I usually don't make videos like this, but I find this kind of odd. I find it kind of strange. So I went into CVS tonight just to get me a bottle of spring water, right? And I get to looking around, and I noticed that all the Santa Clauses were black. Mrs. Claus, she was black too, and all the nutcrackers were black. So I'm like, what's going on? This kind of strange. This kind of odd. I even asked the lady at the cash register. I'm like, why are all the Santa Clauses black this year? She was like, I don't know. And then she was like, all the CVS's are doing it now. I mean, I find that kind of odd, kind of weird, you know.
I saw somebody post that there was a Black Santa at Home Goods, like holding a gingerbread cookie. And I done left home to come here and see if they still got it at my Home Goods. I really want this, so let's go see if they have it. Where is he at? It's so many. It's so much. I don't even know where to look. Y'all, they got so much. I'm gonna hold on to every Black Santa I see. Yeah, they got the white one, but I don't see the black one. It gotta be up in here somewhere. Y'all, just as I was giving up hope, Josh found them. Josh found them. Oh my God, look at it. I'm getting this one and the Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Hey y'all, what's going on here? All of a sudden they want to fuck with us. All of a sudden they are fucking with us. All of a sudden, and they dark skin too. When have we seen this ever? There's a reason for this. None of this is by accident, okay? It's never by accident. Like, come on. Y'all do not. They trying to get us to spend money on Christmas this year. They know we said we out of here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Gracie D. I hope you all are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So on this episode, we're going to learn of something that we were never taught in school, our churches, and this is about that Jesus was not born on December 2025, and so many people have known these, but in churches and schools we are taught, to celebrate Christmas because that's when Jesus was born, and we are taught to honor that day. And that is not the case, guys. And now in 2025, Black Americans are canceling Christmas altogether. Not because they hate Jesus, but because they are done being economically played by corporations. And I think this should be something that the whole world should, learn from. I mean, I don't know why we actually choose or celebrate Christmas, because this is something that most of us have been doing since we were kids. And in African countries and other parts of the world, it's done differently. But when it comes to the United States of America, the way that they celebrate their Christmas is by buying gift cards for their loved ones, buying gifts, like expensive gifts that some even have to save for years. You'll see a mom buying a car for their child on December, And this time round, Black Americans are saying, no, we are done with these. And the funny part about this is that corporations have now realized that Black Americans are choosing not to spend any of their money to buy gifts. And what have they done? They've decided to come up with Black Santas. And people are reacting to these. When you walk to certain different stores, you come across Black Santas, which hasn't been the case over the past Christmas years or over the past Christmas holidays. And now people are like, do these people really think that with this stupid that we're gonna just come and buy because you're now putting Black Santas in your shops or you're having Black Santas in the malls? Black Americans are saying, no, not this time. This is not going to work for us because we've already made a decision. And Black Americans have really, taught these American corporates a lot this year, and most of them are really suffering. I've gathered a few videos for you that I want us to watch together, what Black Americans have to say about Christmas and why they are telling you that you should not be buying these expensive gifts. You should not be spending money on these corporations to buy gifts for your loved ones. If you really love someone, you can gift them whenever. You don't have to wait for Christmas for you to gift someone you love. You don't have to wait for Christmas for you to buy a car for your wife, for your fiancé, for your child. I want us to watch some of these clips together. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on this episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. So let's just dive right ahead and we'll be back with more commentary.
Some of y'all have lost the plot and it shows. When Harriet Tubman said she could have saved so many more if they only knew they were enslaved, this has got to be what she was talking about. We are not canceling Christmas because we can't afford to take care of the children that we created. We are canceling Christmas so the powers at be can learn very quickly that we cannot be played with. You understand that when you go out Black Friday shopping, Christmas shopping, you are putting your hard-earned dollars, really your underpaid hard-earned dollars, into the pockets of Fortune 500 companies that are worth billions and trillions of dollars. Then they take that money and they fund the campaigns of all of the politicians that have been playing in our faces for the year 2025. Healthcare, income, taxes, your SNAP benefits, whatever it is that does affect you, the politicians that are sitting in positions of power right now have been bought. And they have been bought by the companies that you are about to go spend money with. So if we take away our dollar, they will feel it and understand, wait a minute, we can't keep doing these people like that. They're going to call the politicians that they put in power and say, hey, stop with the shit. We're losing money. And either the politicians are going to make some stuff happen or they're going to lose the funding from these Fortune 500 companies that are becoming wealthy from our hard-earned, underpaid dollars. That's why we're canceling Christmas.
Have y'all seen all of the Black Santas on everything this holiday season? I've seen so many Black Santas, more than even white Santas. And you know what that's about, right? It's about the fact that we used to go to Target. Target used to be the only one that had the Black Santas. They used to have black stuff on the wrapping paper and, the little Black Santa mugs and everything like that. And we stopped going to Target. So these other companies, I seen Black Santas at CVS. I seen Black Santas being peddled in a TikTok shop. Black Santas on everything. And not even by like Black owned company. They just, everybody got Black Santas. And I'm trying to tell y'all, they know that we said we boycotting this Christmas. They know that. So they try to bring us back into the fold. Every time we try to get out, they pull us back into capitalism. They want that black dollar. And it's not just about the black dollar. It's about the fact that we make things pop. If Black Americans say we ain't doing Christmas no more, Christmas will be done. I'm so serious. If we be like, no, we're done with the holidays. We not celebrating. We just gonna do handmade Christmases, or we, like my family, we're doing a games Christmas. We're getting all new board games and we're playing games all Christmas Day. That's what we're doing. We're done with the commercialism of Christmas. My kids are teenagers now, and I explained it to them, and they like, cool. We're gonna do games for Christmas. We're still gonna have treats and cinnamon buns and stuff like that, but we're not gonna have the electronics and all that stuff that we've had in the past. And now we got people trying to put Black Santas on everything, make Black people have the spirit of Christmas and be the mascot of Christmas, so that we'll go into the commercialism, so that these companies will be able to sell it to everybody. Because capitalism don't care who the face of it is. Its system wants to run regardless. That's why I'm always like, Black people, don't be fooled, okay? Because this system will kick white people to the curb and make you the face of it. They don't care. They will let Black people be on the top just so it can continue. And that is what they're trying to do right now.
Why are all of the Christmas decorations all of a sudden Black people? When did that happen? I've seen multiple videos at this point of people being in the store and all of the figurines and all of the Christmas decorations, they're Black people. Like they resemble Black people. Black Santa, Black Mrs. Claus, Black Snowman, like everything is like Black people. Why? I think that's weird. I think they're specifically targeting Black people. I feel like the black dollar really, 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 truly is very, very powerful and important. The black dollar is very important. And so now what they're doing is trying to put out Black figurines and African American Christmas decorations in order to get the black dollar. And I believe that that's also having to deal with energy as well. But it's like, why do they specifically need the energy of Black people? Why do they specifically want to target the audience of Black customers? It's because the black dollar actually holds a lot of importance. And I think it's kind of dystopian that I'm seeing these videos. Like I saw CVS and Dollar Tree both having a bunch of Christmas decorations, but all of them are African American people. Like, or they just resemble African Americans. And I'm just a little bit confused by that, but I also understand that this is because capitalism and these corporations, they understand the value of the black dollar, and that's what they're trying to cater to at this time specifically. And I just feel like no one should actually even be entertaining that at all. Like, we just don't even need to entertain that. It's fine. We're okay without all of the Black specific Christmas decorations. Like, no, I don't think we need to participate in that at all.
Game keep game. Don't trust it. Because when I see all those Black figurines and all these, especially JCPenney's, that's really suspect. But when I see that, I think of cursed objects, right? So don't put that, don't put that stuff in y'all house. Don't put none of it in y'all house. They already know we talking about breaking them. We talking about as consumers not to continue to support them. So we are definitely being targeted. Yeah, we're definitely being targeted. Don't put that stuff in your house. We're supposed to be sitting it out anyway, right? We're supposed to be sitting this one out anyway. Don't buy no new nothing. It's not safe. Remember the Tuskegee experiments. Remember the disease blankets. Actually, remember every time we've tried to get ahead collectively, they sabotaged us, right? Don't trust it. Don't trust it.
Oh, they're getting desperate. There is no ifs, no ands, or no buts about it. They're getting desperate. and it's showing like hell. Y'all peep this shit. So, as if the whole Black Santa Claus and Black Mrs. Claus dolls, or whatever the hell you call them, little creepy ass things, and then the black ornaments and everything like that, the black angels, as if that wasn't desperate enough, they actually went above and beyond and then actually got Disney in on this shit. But before I even get into that, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe like a week ago, I would say, I went and took my niece to go see Santa Claus. Now, granted, this was like a little family event and everything like that. But what caught my attention was Santa Claus was black. But then Mrs. Claus was white. I was in so much disbelief. I was like, a mixed racial Santa Claus couple? Like, that one is different. You know what I'm saying? And then what really got me was Disney. Disney done featured a black Santa on their parade. A black Santa. And then they got the nerve to talk about Disney has always portrayed Black Santa Clauses since 2021. Okay, that's cute and all, but y'all want to explain to me why. I went onto the internet to go find out myself and went back to 2021. Come to find out that Santa Claus that was on that parade was white. The Santa Claus this year is black. So, and it's starting to add up to all the bullshit that I'm starting to see with them trying to get desperate as hell of trying to get our money. Like, what? This is the craziest timeline I am ever living in. Like, I swear to God.
Do you truly know where the Santa character comes from? Why, the idea of him knowing where you are sleeping and knowing when you are awake is just okay, not creepy. See, most people think that Santa is based on St. Nicholas, a Christian bishop known for his generosity. Oh, but no, the modern Santa isn't just some Christian rebrand. No, that's just the story you believe. And now, since we're adults, we're gonna talk about the truth. You see, Santa got his archetype from a Norse god called Odin. You see, Odin ruled the skies, judged people, rewarded some, and punished others. And of course, supernatural knowledge of what human beings were doing. Starting to sound familiar, huh? He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. That's all I got to say about that. Conviction over comfort. Follow me if you're into that. Shalom.
Well there, this is a public service announcement for Black Americans and Black Americans only. Black American, I mean Sulani American. I mean Indigenous Copper Color American. I mean African Americans. We're one and the same. We just go by different names based on, how you feel. Gullah Geechees, the Creoles, all of us. Hi. Gather. So this year and moving forward, we are doing away with Halloween celebrations. We're doing away with Thanksgiving celebrations. We really can do away with Christmas celebrations, and here's why. One, they're all very superficial holidays that really honor capitalism and not anything else. There are no really significant cultural ties, significant meanings or values or morals or principles behind any of those holidays in America. Okay. Christmas is not Yule. Christmas is not Jesus's birthday. Christmas is Christmas. And if you look at the history of Christmas, when it was created and why it was created, you wouldn't want to celebrate it anyway. If you want to celebrate the birth of Jesus, then pick an actual day biblically that was around that time, because it wouldn't have been in December. I digress. Halloween. There's Hallows Eve over in Europe. That has cultural significant principles and meanings to honor their ancestors, right? De los Muertos, I believe it's called, the Day of the Dead in Mexico, okay? honors ancestors, very cultural significance and ties and values and morals and principles behind them. Halloween specifically, no, it's about going door to door to strangers' house in the dark and getting candy that's filled with dye, sugar, and other stuff that your children should not be eating. The costumes, I'm fine with that. That's actually pretty fun. You know, I get, you know, it's a way to be creative. It does celebrate creativity in that sense, but everything else is capitalistic. Okay. And the same with Christmas. Thanksgiving, that's celebrating genocide and super capitalistic. If you want to like actually get with your family and have a celebration and food and things, it literally doesn't have to be on those days. Those days are specifically designed to spend money at a different time to keep billionaires, right? So we're doing away with that. We had a holiday, okay, within our community as melanated Americans, Black Americans, African Americans, the indigenous Americans. Okay, we did. And it was called All Saints Day. And we put All Saints Day, we had to, at that time, mask it under the gaze of Catholicism. And when they celebrate, we put it where Catholics had their holidays to mask it so that we wouldn't get in trouble for celebrating it. But what we did on All Saints Day was we honored our loved ones who moved on, transitioned, went to heaven, whatever you believe where they went. It was to honor them. And I get very upset when Christians think that honoring ancestors is demonic because you assume that honoring means to worship, like you worship Jesus, who has no blood ties to you at all, and that you don't know for sure ever even existed. But I digress with that as well. All Saints Day is to honor your loved ones who transitioned or moved on or who died. Okay? It's to honor them. The same way you honor Dr. Martin Luther King, who's dead. Malcolm X, who is dead. Nina Simone, who's dead. And every other celebrity star, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. You guys all honor these people on their birthdays. You mourn them and all these things. But it's wrong to do that for your family members. When y'all do that, in a sense anyway, when a specific song comes on and it brings up the memory of that dead person and you cry and you mourn them or you smile and you celebrate those memories of them in that moment, that's honoring your ancestor. Okay. Why is it not demonic to honor every other dead person? You guys honor Mary Magdalene, you know, you marry the mother of Jesus. You honor all these, you honor your pastors on whatever day in church that you have to honor your pastors. You'll do that. You'll honor all these people when they're living, but it gets demonic when you honor them now that they're no longer on earth. Why? Ask yourself that. That's going to take critical thinking, and a lot of you don't have that. But anyways, I digress with that. All Saints Day. I'm not going to get into the details on how to celebrate it on here, but what I will do is put the history behind it and what it is as a post. And now under that post, if you want to know specifically how to celebrate it and the preparation for it, you will comment under there and I will directly message you specifically, because I'm not going to put that information for everybody. Right? Because it's specific for us. It was a holiday created by us for us. And it is closed. You do not have to participate in hoodoo to celebrate. It is simply a celebration to honor, celebrate. It food is involved for those who want to gather in food, family, and very symbolic, very rich, very deep and impactful. So we're getting away from superficial bullshit to very deep-rooted, impacting, low cost, by the way. Very low cost to celebrate All Saints Day. There's no, we got to get all these gifts, save up for months, work all this overtime, all this, get all these decorations that are going to go in a landfill, and not like our earth is already dying. And like we can't get rid of the trash that's already floating around the ocean and the Bermuda Triangle. But I digress with that. All Saints Day, Black folk, Black American, Sulani American, Indigenous American, Moor American, Morocco American, whatever you want to call yourself, that is this, and a descendant of slavery here in America, this is for you.
You know, guys, I know that I'm not the only person, because honestly, I never thought of, going and looking at, why we do celebrate Christmas on 25th and all that. But this year, I've gotten actually to learn a lot. And through these kind of videos, I get to learn a lot, and I really do appreciate the people that you've watched on all these clips, especially that one that is trying to teach us that Christmas had nothing to do with Jesus' birth. So Jesus on December 25th is a Roman story, not a biblical one, for those that are Christians, because, there's so many people who are now like being made, or they've been brainwashed to believe that Christmas on December 25th. On 24th December, people go to church. Well, they'll spend the night at church celebrating and waiting for the birth of Jesus Christ. And that happens in so many churches, especially in Christian churches. I used to go to church when I was young to do that. Like, every 24th I had to go and celebrate the birth of Jesus. Little did I know that the Bible never gives a date for Jesus' birth. December 25th comes from Roman pagan sun festivals like Saturnalia and Sol Invictus, not scripture. Rome did not choose December 25 because it was accurate. They chose it because it was convenient. And Christianity was merged with Roman culture to make it easier to control people. And now when I was looking at the African and Eastern Christianity, they never claimed December 2025. For example, in a place like Ethiopia, Egypt, Nubia, Africa was Christian before Europe weaponized it. And Ethiopian Orthodox Christians celebrate Jena on January 7th, not because they know the date, but because they admit the truth. No one knows the exact date that Jesus was born. This is just something that we were taught into believing. And when you go and question certain pastors, Christian pastors, they'll have something wrong with that. And I don't understand why we always have a problem as Christians when we get questioned on certain things. African Christianity focused on Jesus' mission before now this Christmas. Jesus' sacrifice, Jesus' liberation message, not consumerism, not gift holding, not fake snow and red suits. That was never part of Jesus' birth. That Christmas was never part of it. And the only way that it got to be part of it is that colonial Christianity turned faith into a shopping season. And this is why you're seeing now Black Americans are saying this 2025 on December, we're not going to spend our hard-earned dollars to buy into these corporations that don't care about us. And I was listening to this guy, and he's saying that you have to spend less than $100 buying gifts. And I'm like, do you mean that you guys spend all that for gifts? That is a lot, honestly. Okay, there's someone who's gonna be watching this video and be like, $100 is not a lot. But me, I will never spend $100 to buy a Christmas gift. Why would I do that? I know it's not part of my culture, but honestly, make it make sense. Like, why do you have to buy gifts for your loved ones only on Christmas? Why you can always buy gifts for your loved ones any other time? Like, for example, let's look at relationships. When you're in a relationship, when you're married, you tend to buy gifts for your partner each and every other time that you're in a position to. You don't necessarily wait for your anniversary. You don't wait for Valentine's. You just don't wait for these dates that have been put there for you to gift that person that you love. When you go out there and you see something good and you think that this will be actually fit for my partner, let me, get it right now. But now, Christmas has been turned into a way that they know how to trick people, especially when it comes to these corporates in America. They're putting a big discount percent that never do exist as to per what we've seen with this year's Black Friday. So that is how they, bait you into buying these gifts. But those discounts do never exist because these things, probably you're buying them 2 to 3 times of what they should be costing you, especially these things that are shipped from China. And you go to a place like you want to buy these things from maybe Amazon or Target, and they're really overpriced. And the reason as why I'm saying they're overpriced, I'm sure that most of you saw what happened when, you went on China Talk or China TikTok, or, that Reddit. What's the name of that? I forgot the name of that app that you guys were using after they, burnt down after they shut TikTok this year, and you went to that app that so many Chinese were on that app, and even Americans living in China, that are actually showing you how cheap some of these things that you buy for thousands of dollars are cheap, and how they are cheaply made in China. And then when they are shipped to your country, you get to buy them for thousands of dollars, and they're not even worth that much. And this is what I'm saying. Even these gifts that you be like buying for $100, maybe it's probably $10 in a place like China. And now we get to believe that during this Christmas, during these Black Fridays, they have offers for us. But honestly, those offers do not exist. And we've seen that, and we've got to learn that this year. So when Christianity hit Black people through slavery and colonialism, it came with obedience theology, poverty preaching, and later corporate Christmas. Jesus got replaced with sales, debt, and pressure to spend money Black families don't have. Like, why do you want to go and spend all that money? Why do you want to spend like 400 USD for Christmas while you can actually use that to pay off your next mortgage or your car or your insurance for the new coming year? Or you can also save that and spend it on your next school year for your child, rather than spending over $400 over $100 that can buy a school shoe for your child if you have one, and buy this gift that your child or your partner or your friends are just gonna use it just for one day and never use it again. It doesn't make sense, guys. I know that most of you are actually agreeing with what you've seen on these videos, on these stitches, and what we're actually saying on these episode. Because honestly, let me know, any one of you, apart from those who've gifted people like cars, something that they're gonna be using on a daily to daily life, what gift? I'm sure that most of you have so many gifts that are installed that you never used, and you were bought those gifts for Christmas, or you bought those gifts for Christmas to someone, but they never use it. And that is just some money wasted. So there are so many reasons as to why Black Americans are canceling this Christmas in 2025. They're saying, we're not doing that. No matter how much you try to bait us, we're not doing that. Even if you bring Santa, Black Santas, whatever you do, guys, we're not going to do that. And corporate America is shaking right now, honestly. You've seen what happened with Black Friday. They even tried to extend their Black Friday sales, and they were like, why should we just do it for one day? I mean, let's do it for a week. And I think so many companies extended their Black Friday sales up to the following Friday after Black Friday, but people are still like, no matter what, we ain't going to shop. We're not doing that. So Black Americans and so many other Americans are like, we're not going to bankrupt ourselves to make corporations rich. They are protesting on economic protest, inflation, layoffs, raising rent, no protection from the government. And I think this is what people should be doing. And now corporations are panic baiting with Black Santas. You've seen it on these videos, and I'm sure most of you have seen it in other stores out there. And after these corporations have realized that Black people are pulling back, now suddenly Black Santas, we've seen there is more representations in these Christmas holidays, more emotional manipulation, but honestly, they did not respect Black people all year. They've not been respecting Black people. Over 300,000 Black women lost jobs in this year only. And still you want Black people to come out here and celebrate Christmas? You all rolled back on DEI. You followed what these politicians wanted and what you all wanted, but you still want Black people to come and spend their money on you, it does not make sense. The only way that you can all celebrate these Christmas, guys, is only supporting Black-owned businesses. There are so many Black-owned businesses out there, so many Black-owned shops, beauty shops, cloth line, and there's so many ways that you can shop. Just go online and search how I can shop from, Black-owned stores, or how I can support Black-owned businesses. I'd really love you to tell me what you think about these, how you actually spending your Christmas. Let's have this conversation down on the comment section. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't. We are road to 60,000 subscribers. Continue staying safe, keeping safe, and until the next episode, bye.